Hello there. Without much ado, let's go straight to the title of the poem, which is Phoenix of Beauty, written by Saumitra Chakravarty, who is an alumnus of the Calcutta University and has done her honors in English literature. And as the title suggests, the phoenix, which is a long living bird which rises from its ashes. Similarly, the poetess has shown us how beauty can rise from the lowest of places, from what is ugly, from what we regard as hateful and despicable, the slime. And she's used the lotus flower to bring home this idea. The lotus flower, which is the most beautiful flower in the world, rises from the slime, from what we consider as ugly and filthy. And she starts the poem by the little bud opening to a bright future. And the moment the bud opens to this bright future, she realizes that beauty is short lived. That's another concept of beauty which the poet has brought home and has told us the truth, the harsh truth which the little bud realizes, that beauty is not permanent. And what is young and beautiful today has to give rise to newer and more beautiful things. The ones which are new and young today will become old and ugly in the near future. And when the little bud opens, it was the day after the little bud opened, her eyes looked around. And what did her eyes see? The bier of the elders, the dead flowers, the pall bearers carrying the dead flowers which were blooming and shining just the day before, have now withered and faded. At the bier of elders and the long stem dun petals, and the petals which were red and yellow just the previous day, which were shining, have turned brown and muddy. The trailing, weary steamers and the stems have now become weary and tired, which were shining just the other day. Across memories of yesterday when they shone in fragrant loops, and they had a beautiful fragrance just yesterday. Over the awning and twinkled in black braids. And that is how she describes the lotus flower, which is such a beautiful flower. And soon this flower is going to wither, and the little bud learns a harsh truth. And she looks up at the sun. The sun is wise, it's ever young, and the sun turns its look away. It smiles at the world only on the first day, and it knows that mankind has disregarded nature and doesn't look at her anymore. She looked up at the young sun and uttered her birth cry, and she wants to live longer in this world, but in vain, and the sun looks away. Uttered her birth cry, the pall-bearers came, and the pall-bearers, the people who are carrying the dead bodies. Here the metaphor is used by the dead flowers, the flowers which were blooming and shining the previous day, hidden in the heap of yesterday. And those which were hidden yesterday in the heap, in the dung, in the slime, she rode the weary path of death, her young gaze fastened on the sun, and the bud keeps looking at the sun, pleading, stretching out its skeletal arms so that it can remain beautiful. But beauty is very short-lived, and that is the harsh truth she learns from the very first day of her birth. Older now and wiser with the wisdom that turns its gaze, and the sun turns its gaze from the longing of the young eyes for life. And the young eyes for life, the young bud which opens to a bright future and longs to live longer. But the sun knows it's in vain and turns its look away. The desire of innocence to linger in the world, and the bud is innocent, it wants to linger around in the world with wonder long dead, and the world, the flowers which are long dead, which have been dead long ago. Beauty stretching skeletal arms and stretches its arms towards the sun, pleading to live longer. To the sun whose first rays once smiled on this world, and the sun smiles only once on this world, and then turns its looks away. Because nature, human beings, everyone is prone to dying and to living a short life of beauty. And now the poetess still instills a hope to us and us by saying beauty dies hard. And beauty, even though external beauty dies, but internally it refers to the female gender, the woman who never dies. With this fortitude, love, forgiveness, patience, the beauty of a woman never dies. And beauty of art, that is what John Keats has told us in his poem. John Keats, whose famous line, "To think of beauty is a joy forever." And these are the type of things that beauty has shown us. Raises its head from its bed of slime. The lotus, it raises its head from its bed of slime, and is from the slime, from the ugly, from what is dirty and filthy. Splash red and yellow over the dust of yesterday, and from that slime of yesterday rises the lotus flower with red and yellow petals and torn strips of green. And now from the flower it turns to the human beings, that even though the face is black, the white teeth flashing, the merry eyes sparkling, it shows, it reflects beauty. Even though the face is black, it reflects beauty, and that is how beauty can be found even in the lowest of places. We keep searching for beauty in the higher places, and what is divine, what is heavenly, what is fair, what is beautiful. But here the poetess has shown us how beauty can rise even from what is from the lowest of places. White teeth flash in a soot blackened face. Merry eyes dance in the hunt. The dung heap unfolds. And from the dung, from the slime, the beauty unfolds. And that is how the title, The Phoenix Beauty. The phoenix which rises from its ashes, so does the lotus flower rises from the ugly and from the slime. And we don't have to really look in the highest of places for beauty. And here again in this poem, the poetess has shown us how beauty can be found in the lowest, in the poorest, in the ordinary people, and not only what is there in the highest of places which we keep looking for. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure all of us will appreciate beauty even in the ordinary, even in the people who are black, who are not so rich and famous and wealthy, but even in the most ordinary people and even in the most ordinary of places. So thank you once again for watching. Come again with another video soon. So bye for now.